Okay, so we're gonna draw Jervis today. Yay! Yeah, okay. As you notice, there's already marks on my paper, but this is just gonna be a quick sketch, so it doesn't really matter. The marks are from this drawing, so, which was also in this drawing, so I don't know. I hate to waste paper, so sometimes I just doodle on it. Paper that I can't really use for something like super finished. So anyway, so okay, let me adjust my camera here. So, sorry if it shakes some, I'm just holding it with my other hand, so. Okay, so I start with a circle really quick. Okay, circles aren't really that hard, I guess, once you get used to doing them a lot. I just got a text or something. Sorry. I was looking at what it said. Okay, so Jervis has a pretty round head. Like, I'm sorry, but he does. At least the version I draw. I probably shouldn't have made that dark, but okay. The Jervis I draw usually has big eyes. I know a lot of people don't like that because it makes him look cute, and a lot of people don't like the stereotype of small, or I guess short people being cute, but that plays into my story a lot. Like, there's a reason why I do that. It's not just because I'm like, oh my gosh, a villain that's super short, super cute, and automatically makes him adorable. It's like, I mean, I like him being adorable, but because that sort of deceives the fact that there's a lot going on inside him that people don't normally see. So, anyway. Okay, so he has sort of like a different nose than normal, you know, like, I want to say big, but a lot of people like are like, oh my gosh, big noses are the worst. Like, no, I think any kind of nose is beautiful, so I've met people who thought that about themselves, and I'm like, look, your nose looks fine. I don't know, there's just stereotypes that as an artist you have to be aware of, because people, even doing characters of people, I had at a con, I did this family, and the girls, they were like teenage preteen girls that were this man's daughters with him, and they didn't want to get their characters done because they didn't want, you know, what they felt were, I guess, things they were self-conscious about brought to light. And I'm like, look, I don't do characters like that. Like, I'll make you look good. I mean, which is just me drawing them, but anyway, they were really happy about it afterwards, and I'd really wish artists took that into account when they were drawing people. It's not to draw them like they aren't drawing what's real about the person, but I mean, be gentle about it, because people are inherently self-conscious. I mean, I'm one of those people. Anyway, that's my little soapbox moment there. Okay, so back to Jervis. Sometimes I have to readjust his face size because he's not, he's got a certain face structure that I do with him. This would be a lot easier if I had both hands. Like, this is nervous for me, like, nerve-wracking, but, okay, so a long time ago I had to decide where I wanted his hair to part, because it doesn't make sense if his hair parts different ways just because he's looking, you know, either to the left or the right. So, I decided that his hair is parted on the left, you know, if he's facing the same way we are. Sometimes that's hard, but it makes consistency a lot better. So that's how you want to do it. depending on what time that I'm drawing him supposedly from, that decides how long his hair is. The longer he's been a rogue, the longer his hair is, in my opinion, because after being in Arkham, he sort of embraces the persona of the Hatter in my stories. So he's not so clean cut as he was when he was working at Wayne Enterprises. That's the reason I do that. Someone asked me once, they were like, "Oh, is that a new design?" I'm like, "No, that's just from a different point in his life, his past." I thought it was interesting that someone caught on to that, though. I like when people ask questions like that. Anyway. Okay, so, I like to feel where his bangs go. I know that sounds weird, but hair is always feeling for me. It's like, does this feel right? Instead of, mostly it doesn't look right, but it's like, where do I want his hair to be? So, because his bangs right here are a big part of, like, his personality, in my opinion, so. He doesn't have much of a chin. Like, a lot of, other rogues have strong chins, but Jervis doesn't, at least in my opinion. I think that shows a bit of his personality as well. Usually, people with stronger chins, like in media, I mean, I don't mean this as like real life, but it signifies that they have more assertive personalities. I'm not sure where I'm getting this from. It's probably just me, but I've always liked that about, like, features. Features show what type of person this is, So when he's smiling, it depends. Like, sometimes with a smaller smile, then I'll show more of his, like, or less of his teeth, and as opposed to when he's smiling big like this. But see, you can tell it's him without the teeth, but I always like to add the teeth. So, this part is always difficult just because it looks weird until you finish it, and you have to make it make sense with the rest of the head, ears, I mean. So, with Jervis, his ear usually goes behind his hair, like, as you can see here. He has sort of big ears, though, but you can't really tell because it's hidden in his hair. He kind of looks like Charlie from Willy Wonka and Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. You know, the 71 version? I kind of like that. He looks like he's from the 70s. Like he could just walk off the set of HR Puff and Stop. I don't know if anybody knows what that is who might be watching this, but anyway. I've also said on occasion that sometimes I draw him looking like Lamb Chop. With his eyes, Oh well. Alright, so now I have to do the neck. Jervis has a very small neck, compared to other people like Two-Face or even Riddler, I would say. It's just a thing that contributes to his, like, form. He has a very small body. Like, I mean, I don't mean to, just because he's short, it's like he's very wafy, I guess, which isn't a bad thing. I think that works for him. Like, Jonathan is wavy too, but in the fact that he's like as tall as a light pole and about as thin as one. So, I like to do hair kind of out there, but I don't always like to draw stagnant hair, if that makes sense. I think hair is probably one of the more fun parts of drawing somebody. But there he is. It's Jervis Tetch, the Mad Hatter.